Too often times we hear people talk about what we don't have or what they wish we had. So my approach to this is just to help share with people what all is available. When people start to become more engaged, then it just makes everything richer.
Hey everybody, happy chilly Tuesday. I don't think we're actually in a vortex, but it's close. It's close to a vortex.
Feels like it.
It does. So welcome to our community. This is our podcast that comes to you on the second Tuesday of every month. We are live down at Widecast Studio. I know you're probably expecting to see Andy Thornton today, the CEO of the Y. He's normally your host. I would need to cut my hair and grow a beard and maybe be like 2 feet taller. 2 foot taller, and then maybe I could pull it off to be Andy. But nope, I'm Kim Martin, founder of I've Decided, and I'm hosting the show today with Ryan Hinnen of the YMCA, one of the senior directors there. Hey, Ryan.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you. This is fun.
It is fun. It is fun. I was walking in, and I know we're going to get into this, but I was thinking, oh man, I should have put some positive thoughts out there about warmer socks, and maybe that would have happened, but I missed the boat on that.
I know, because your feet do get cold. When it says cold outside, you do have to put warmer socks on. You don't think about that as the last thing. You should. You've moved back here from Michigan.
That's right.
You should be used to this cold weather. You've lived in this for a while.
Yeah.
But, oh well, here we are. So I am filling in for Andy today. He's a busy guy, has some things going on. So I told him I'd be more than happy to talk to Ryan today and discuss our weekly winning word, attract. Attract. Yes. And that word, I love that word because you think of a magnet, right? You're attracting things. The definition of attract is to pull to or draw towards oneself like a magnet. So you're attracting things to you constantly. And what are you attracting, and how are you attracting? How often do you think about, just from a basic conversation, Ryan, how often would you say you're self-aware of what you're attracting?
Probably not as often as I should be. But I think of this, it comes to me in a little bit different way. I don't think of it as attraction, but just with the last year that we've all had, right? And everybody talks about, it's unprecedented. And we had the pandemic and politics and all sorts of stuff out there. I found myself thinking a lot about what am I looking for, right? And I think that ties into attraction because you're going to, you're going to find what you're looking for.
Yeah, which kind of lays into what we say is you don't get what you want. You get what you think. Right? You can want something, but if you're thinking something totally different, that's what you're going to attract. And it's so funny because obviously one of the first things of the law of attraction says you need to know what you want.
Right. You got to believe it, right?
You got to decide and get real clear on what it is you're looking for, what it is you desire, what it is you want, before you can really start to put your mind there and start to focus and do those things that are going to attract what you desire.
Yep. I think one of the things that really came through for me again this year and thinking about it and reflecting on all of this has been, you're exactly right. If you don't believe it and you're surrounding yourself with, it starts with the person, right? With you individually. You got to be in that right mindset. So if you're thinking negative thoughts and you're listening to negative stuff on the news and you're listening to all these things, that's what you're going to see in the world when you go out there and look for it. But it also comes down to who are you surrounding yourself with too, right? And the voices in your ear, not just
your self-talk. What you're saying to yourself is the number one thing that
affects your belief,
affects
right?
Your belief system. That conversation that you're having in your head, but definitely if you're hanging around people that are tending to focus more on the negative, then obviously that's impacting what you're saying to yourself. Or if you're hanging around people who tend to focus on the more positive, you're going to be saying those things to
Just
yourself.
your ability to believe in yourself, right? If you are hearing, oh, you can't do this, and that's what you're putting into your own head, and then maybe the network of people that you're hanging around with have that mindset too, man, you're never going to get to that I believe, I've decided moment, right?
Well, I love, because obviously the collaboration and how the Y and I've Decided works together, and we're so thankful that we have the Y as a part of I've Decided, and that we're able to collaborate and work with you guys. But we're like-minded. We're out there helping people. And so our weekly winning quote this week is, if you want to attract better, you have to be better. So you have to constantly be improving. There's a law out there, kind of like we're going to talk about the 7 laws of attraction. But there's this other law out there that says you can do 40% more, at least 40% more than you think you can or that you're doing at the moment. So no matter where you are, if you improve, you can do 40% more than that. If you improve, you can do 40% more than that.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple of different versions of the laws of attraction out there, but I think you're right. And it's kind of funny, when I was looking at the word attract, the word act is right there. And you have to, again, it comes back to you, attraction, action, right? You have to take those steps to make yourself better and be better and surround yourself with better. And like you said, we can always be better. And if you want better, you got to be better.
And it's kind of like, everybody says this is nothing new, but you become the average of the 5 people you're hanging around the most. And it's been my experience is that is true. And in our weekly winning article that I found, it was written by Irina Ugay, like way back in January of 2019. And I just ran across this article. Usually we write our articles, but every now and then we'll find just a great article you couldn't write one any better. It's a big article. It's like a 31-minute read. I even got people saying, it's a 31-minute read. What the heck? And that's okay. You can scan it. You can read the whole thing. But it was loaded with so much information about the concepts and the law of attraction that I just really felt like, it was a great article that tapped into all of the laws of attraction and what you needed to do to manifest things. And then it talked about the persistence is the key, and just all kinds of great information.
Yeah, we are. So at the Y specifically, we're trying to do things for our members that engage them in ways that strengthen them from 3 different perspectives. We want them to feel like they belong, right? And we want that core to be strong, and that they feel like the 5 people that they're hanging around with, at least at the gym, are positive influences. Maybe it's an instructor, maybe it's the people that they're taking class with. So belonging, and we want them to build those good relationships, and then we want them to achieve their goals again, and that takes persistence. And we're running a challenge right now, the Reset Challenge. We're in week number 2, and each week has a different theme. And I would encourage anybody who's tuned in to, if you're not already a Y member, come stop by and learn about this, or head over to strongchallenge.org and check it out. But it's about getting in the right mindset. And it's, right now we're talking about refresh and being conscious of our nutritional state. Again, talking about being better. We're talking about putting better fuel in our bodies this week. Next week, we're talking about connecting, and then we're going to talk about how we need to find time for play, and about reinvesting in ourselves, and then maintaining that. So we're, in a little tiny way, we're trying to build up this ball of attraction, right? So that we can manifest what we want to see and maintain it going forward after the challenge is over.
Yeah. And I just, I want to challenge you guys, if you're tuning in and listening, what are you doing to improve yourself? What are you doing? ways right here. I mean, your challenge is, I mean, anyone can join in on that challenge, to my understanding.
Yep. You don't have to be a Y member. You don't even have to set foot in the Y. The first thing is that we challenge everybody to put in 30 minutes of activity a day for 5 days a week. And then we add a new challenge every week, right? So this week it's try to eat a little healthier. Next,
and then every week is a different.
yeah, we're just building on it.
Yeah. So, there are things that you can do that don't cost anything to help improve yourself so that you can be better and attract better.
That's right.
Obviously at I've Decided, when you become a member, you get all the pieces of the puzzle, you get coaching, and having that accountability is so important. And
That's right.
and even like having a trainer out at the Y, that accountability, that coach, that person that's helping you with nutrition, just put it we call it investing in yourself. It is an investment. When you invest in yourself, you expect a return.
Yep.
And that's what it takes to be better. You can't just wake up and go, oh, today I'm going to be better. Wouldn't it be awesome if it was that easy?
But it starts with that,
there.
right?
You're
That's
right.
the decision.
It is the decision, but then there's other things that you have to do. It does start there, but you do have to take that action, like you said. You can't just want it. Remember, wanting something isn't the law of attraction.
No.
It's what's happening in your mind. So you can desire something and not draw it to you. There are lots of other things you have to do. So I wanted to kind of go through these. We got 7 minutes left to go through the 7 laws of attraction. Just kind of share these with the folks that are watching us today. So there are 7 laws of attraction, okay? And it says that you can use them well to achieve whatever you desire. I'm curious, do you guys, what do you think about the law of attraction? Do you believe it? Do you think it's real? Love for you to post in the comments on this video and share some of your experiences of manifesting some positive things in your life. Now I definitely, I'm a Christian, and I definitely believe in prayer and the power of positivity and all of this stuff. And so, I agree. I do believe that we can, through prayer and through our intent, we can draw things into our lives. So there are lots of this that I 100% fully agree with, and maybe some I'm like, it's not quite where I'm at, but there's pieces for everyone. And also, I was gonna share something, but anyway, I lost my thought on that. But I want to know what you think about the law of. I remember that there's science. There's actually, in the article that we sent out to our members, the Complete Law of Attraction Guide. That was the name of the article. She puts the science behind. They've done science research on this, and they actually have research that shows proof that these laws of attraction actually do work. So it's pretty interesting.
Follow the science. We keep hearing that, right?
Follow the science.
Yeah, it's there.
So
Great.
And I believe that God and science align. Truly.
I do too.
Yeah. I love science. I am a science girl. Everything I do is about science, right? Health, wellness, nutrition, and psychology. All science.
All science.
Love it. So you must have an unwavering desire. So the law of attraction says your desire has to be unwavering. I love that word. I haven't used that as a word of the weekly winning word yet, but I got it on my list for 2022.
And that seems a little daunting to people, right?
Yeah.
But I think it comes back to surrounding yourself with the things and with some positivity to believe that you can. And once you believe you can, beliefs are hard to break. Right?
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Your brain can't believe a lie. So once you convince yourself of a new truth, then your brain uses that truth, right? So there's the psychology behind that. But unwavering, you have to be decided. And that's obviously what we talk about at I Decided all the time. You have to stick that stake in the ground. You have to say, no matter what. I don't care if it takes my whole life. This is what I'm going to do. It's true, right? It has to be unwavering. So unwavering desire. And I love that word, unwavering. And then the second thing is you need to it's conceptualization and imagination, which I think we don't imagine. We don't use our imaginations.
We don't really allow ourselves enough time to like dream anymore, right? To daydream, I guess.
Yeah, daydream.
Think about, reflect. I was here for another weekly winning word, and the theme was reflection. And we've got cell phones and notifications and distractions
right
everywhere.
here next to us.
Yeah. And we don't really have any time to just to ourselves to think and to come back to a point where, we're imagining things anymore, imagining what can be.
Yeah. And I think of vision boards. We have a vision board expert in our I've Decided community, Jeannie Quick. She does vision boards and we do workshops. And in fact, she's got a workshop coming up in March. So a little plug there for Jeannie. But having a vision board is so important to seeing it, looking at it every day so that you can visualize it. Those are great.
Yeah, even if even if the vision board seems a little out of reach for you, there are people that will put a Post-it note on their mirror every morning just to remind them of the things that they want to accomplish that day or that they need to be better. And what better place to do that than when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, right?
Which looking at yourself in the mirror with affirmations. I love affirmations. I mean, I think that this is one of the best ways to retrain your brain. It's a little weird at first. I'm not going to lie. I mean, standing in the mirror going, I am beautiful. I am successful. Like you're going, this is so creepy, because you don't see yourself like that. It's not like I walk around going, oh, I'm so beautiful.
Right. We know all of our flaws, right?
Right. That's the last thing you think, I guess maybe some people might, but the average person, we don't really feel like that. So looking at yourself in the mirror, stating these affirmations is a little weird at first, but this is what the law of attraction says. This is how you retrain your brain it's kind of like going back to healthy, right? Obviously we're in the health and wellness and business. And when someone wants to become healthy, you want to lose weight, the worst thing you can do is to continue to tell yourself, you're not healthy, you can't eat that, you're fat, blah, 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 right? What you do is as soon as you sign up at the Y and you join the challenge, you immediately start speaking affirmations to yourself that says, I am healthy. I am taking care of myself. I eat well. Whether you are or you're not, you speak it to yourself. Because you are. Now you're healthy. You have decided, I'm healthy. I'm working out. I'm eating.
And when the choice comes between the jelly donut and the granola bar, you can say, oh yeah, I already have that, because you've already made the decision.
That's right. And your brain will help you out. Right. Your brain will go, wait, you're healthy. You can't eat a jelly donut because your brain already knows that a jelly donut, just based on the data in throughout your life, is not a healthy option.
Right.
You can't convince your brain that, well, I guess you could if you did it over time, but it would be very difficult to, your brain understands data based on a lifetime of learning.
Yes.
Which is then why you have to, once you tell your brain that you're a healthy person, it automatically goes, you really shouldn't eat that donut. You're a healthy person.
Yep.
And so see how that was amazing. So affirmations are very important.
Yes.
Focus with confidence. So you focus on what your desire is with absolute confidence that it's going to happen.
Yes. And I think that can be really hard for people to do, especially if they, again, you got to be with the right people. This is where you really need to have surrounded yourself with the right kind of person, whether it's, your friends or a group at church or the Y or Curves or wherever you might find that group. But, you need some positive influence to really believe that stuff.
Yeah, and also, and you just and faith too, right? For me, it's faith, and it's just so important to believe. Last week we talked about what has God whispered into your heart, and so it's important to take it seriously and to believe that no matter how long it takes, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So we got just a little bit to get through, a few more here, but profound belief, that's the next one, which is exactly what I just said. Yep. You have to believe profoundly that it is going to happen and that it's not just something you made up in your mind, but it is, you have that deep desire in your heart because it's innate in you. It was a part of the plan for you to be born. It was a part of your purpose.
Sure. And for those big goals, it's good to break those down into smaller goals so that you can believe that they'll happen along the way.
Like the SMART goals.
Like the SMART
Little
goals.
SMART goals, yeah.
Little SMART goals, and so you can knock them off and kind of gain some momentum towards that, especially if you're somebody who has tried some things and failed and tried some things and failed. You just kind of keep you got to keep going, and you got to start small to get to those big ones, because maybe your belief system has been shaken a little bit, but you can start small and start building those back up.
That's a really good point. Your confidence has gotten shaken maybe from some past failures, and you just need to take some baby steps so that you can success beget success. Right. So once you take some baby steps and you see that you're successful in some little things, then it starts to build that confidence. That's a good point, Ryan. Good one.
Hey, thanks.
Good one. Awesome. Okay. Gratitude.
Yeah.
I mean, you can desire for more, but be thankful for what you have.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think this one, like imagination, we don't allow ourselves enough time to be. Again, if you don't reflect and you don't have the time to imagine and think about all the great things that you have in your life, then there's no way that you can really have that gratitude. If you haven't given yourself, taken a step back and really look at things and where you're at, how far you've come, that helps with confidence too, right? So it really does all flow together.
Yep. And then the last one is manifestation. And when I think of that, because that's like, that makes, I don't know why manifestation, I go to magic, and I don't like magic, right? Magic is not a word that I really love too much.
Feels fake.
It feels a little fake, like, I don't know, magical, sprinkled fairy dust, poof. Yeah. And it's just not how things work. But if I think about it from something that I can relate to, I think of going ahead and walking in that, you start to behave as though.
Kind of taking the as if mentality, and you behave as if you're already there.
Yes.
You're already the owner of that business. This is how a person who does that would act. So now I'm starting to manifest.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start going to chamber events. I may not own my own business yet, but that's what I want to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and step into that and put myself out there and start meeting these business people and start hanging around them, right?
Right.
I mean, maybe I mean, we could just go on and on, but
that's the affirmation. I know we're out of time, but you're beginning to, as if you're affirming.
Yes, as if. Yeah. I love that. As if. That's kind of what manifestation.
It's not mine. I wish it was, but it works.
It does. That's kind of what manifestation says. It's like you walk as if it's happening, as if you're in it, because really you are. It is a part of the journey. Well, I feel privileged that I had the opportunity to sit in for Mr. Andy Thornton, the CEO of our Greater Peoria YMCA. He is a great, great guy. If you guys don't know him, I encourage you, figure out a way to get to know him, because he is so down to earth, so kind. I got to meet his wife, Dawn, because the Y won our Business Sponsor of the Year award from I've Decided. We didn't even say that. That's important. That's a good thing. So Andy accepted that award on the behalf of the Y, and so I got to meet Dawn, and
yeah, and I know I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here, but if anybody really does want to meet him, come by the Y. He's very accessible.
I mean, stop by. He's such a great guy.
Come out and talk to you and meet you and.
But I think you're a pretty good guy too, Ryan, and I think we did a good job filling in today.
Well, thanks. We'll see what he says.
Awesome
I'm sure we'll hear about it.
I'm sure we will hear about it.
No, I will.
You will. All right. Well, awesome. I think we ran over a little in time, but this was great information. I love our weekly winning resource and those weekly winning words. It just gives us something to really focus on during the week to stay on the path to success. And, that's what it's about. That's why I've Decided exists. We are here to help you achieve your goals and dreams, whatever they may be. And when you join our community as a Launch My Success member, you get everything you need, all the pieces of the puzzle for success, including weekly group coaching with one of our amazing success partners. And so we'd love to have you. If you haven't joined, we would love to have you. You can visit us at I'veDecided.org and stay tuned, because we're going to be doing some collaboration with the Y and got some cool things happening there. So watch out for that too. All right. Thanks again, Ryan.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for tuning in today to our community, the name of the podcast. I hope I said that in the beginning.
You
but
did.
Whatever. Oh, good. It's our community. We are live here on the second Tuesday of every month with our community. So I'm assuming Andy will be back with you next month. Enjoy the rest of your day.
PeoriaLife.com